Vintage Grandmacore Kitchen Makeover. Cozy and charming decor ideas for a nostalgic home. 1. Picking the perfect vintage color palette. Soft, muted colors set the foundation for a cozy vintage kitchen. Start by choosing warm neutrals like cream, beige, or pastel tones such as mint green, dusty blue, or soft yellow. Use these shades on walls, cabinets, or even furniture pieces to create a nostalgic feel. Opt for matte or chalky finishes for an aged look. Complement your base color with floral wallpaper or hand-painted stencils for a vintage touch. Consider using two-tone cabinets, with a lighter shade on top and a darker one below. If repainting isn't an option, add vintage charm with lace curtains or decorative wall plates that match your color scheme. Pro tip: test color samples in different lighting conditions before committing. Vintage hues should feel warm and inviting throughout the day. Two. Refinishing cabinets and furniture for an antique look. Transform outdated cabinets by sanding them down and applying milk or chalk paint for a soft vintage finish. Distress edges with sandpaper to mimic natural wear over time. If you prefer a stained look, use wood stain to enhance the grain while keeping the rustic charm. Swap out modern hardware for antique-style knobs or pulls in brass, ceramic, or glass. Add character by installing beadboard or floral wallpaper inside cabinet doors. For furniture, consider a distressed farmhouse table or a vintage hutch to complete the look. Pro tip: apply a light wax coating after painting for a smooth, protective finish that enhances the aged effect. Three. Decorating with open shelving and vintage dishware. Open shelving brings both function and charm to a Grandmacore kitchen. Remove upper cabinet doors or install simple wooden shelves to display vintage dishware. Arrange plates, teacups, and bowls by color or pattern for a visually pleasing look. Use decorative brackets for extra vintage appeal. Stack old cookbooks or place a few mason jars filled with dried goods for a lived-in feel. Mix and match thrifted finds like floral china or enamelware to enhance authenticity. Pro tip: to prevent dust buildup, use shelves with a slight lip or line them with lace doilies for added charm. Four. Incorporating lace, crochet, and floral textiles. Soft textiles bring warmth and nostalgia to a vintage kitchen. Hang lace or crochet curtains to filter natural light with a cozy glow. Drape a floral printed tablecloth over the dining table, and use vintage-style embroidered napkins to enhance the charm. Layer textures by adding crochet placemats, linen aprons, and hand-stitched pot holders. Display fabric-lined wicker baskets for a rustic touch. Consider a patchwork quilt draped over a breakfast nook bench for extra coziness. Pro tip: mix patterns like florals, gingham, and lace for a lived-in vintage feel without clashing. Five, choosing rustic and antique-inspired hardware. Small details like knobs and handles can instantly transform a kitchen. Swap out modern hardware for brass, ceramic, or glass options with ornate vintage designs. Opt for cup pulls on drawers and delicate porcelain knobs on cabinets to enhance the nostalgic appeal. Consider antique-style hinges and latches for added character. Aged patinas or distressed finishes work best for a well-loved look. If you can't find authentic vintage hardware, use metal aging techniques to create an old-world effect. Pro tip: mismatched antique knobs from thrift stores add personality and a one-of-a-kind feel to cabinets. Six, displaying copper cookware, wooden utensils, and vintage tools. Hanging copper pots and cast iron skillets brings both function and charm to a vintage kitchen. Use a ceiling-mounted pot rack or wall hooks to display cookware as decor. Pair with wooden spoons, rolling pins, and cutting boards to add warmth. Mix old kitchen tools like manual egg beaters or butter churns into the display. Keep frequently used items within reach, while arranging decorative pieces higher up. A pegboard can also work as a functional and aesthetic storage solution. Pro tip: polish copper pots with lemon and salt for a natural shine without harsh chemicals. Seven, lighting for a warm, inviting glow. Soft lighting is key to creating a cozy, nostalgic atmosphere. Opt for vintage-style pendant lights, sconces, or chandeliers with warm Edison bulbs. Oil lamps or candle sconces can also add a flickering glow that enhances the antique feel. String fairy lights around shelves or along windows for a subtle, whimsical effect. Consider using fabric or beaded lampshades to diffuse light softly. A well-placed table lamp on a countertop can also make the kitchen feel more intimate. Pro tip: swap out cool-toned LED bulbs for warm white or amber lighting to maintain a vintage aesthetic. Eight, adding handmade and DIY vintage decor. DIY touches make a Grandmacore kitchen feel personal and charming. Try making your own pegboard for hanging utensils, or craft a simple spice rack from reclaimed wood. Handmade floral wreaths or embroidered wall art also add a nostalgic, homemade feel. Repurpose old tin cans or mason jars as utensil holders. Create a DIY table runner from vintage fabric scraps. Even a handmade herb drying rack can serve as both a practical and decorative piece. Pro tip: look for antique frames or mirrors at thrift stores and repaint them for an easy, custom vintage accent. (9) Bringing in personal touches and nostalgic heirlooms. A Grandmacore kitchen is all about sentimental charm. Display old family recipe books, framed handwritten notes, or heirloom kitchenware passed down through generations. Small touches like an embroidered apron hanging on a hook can tell a personal story. Arrange vintage postcards or black and white photos on a pinboard. Incorporate nostalgic scents like cinnamon potpourri to bring back comforting memories. A hand-me-down rocking chair in the corner can complete the cozy aesthetic. Pro tip: if you don't have heirlooms, create your own by thrifting and customizing vintage finds. (10) Final styling and before/after transformation reveal. Now it's time to bring everything together for the perfect Grandmacore kitchen. Arrange vintage dishware on open shelves, place floral textiles where they add the most charm, and ensure lighting creates a warm, inviting glow. Step back and adjust small details like decorative trays, plants, or framed artwork to balance the space. Capture the transformation by showing before and after shots of your kitchen. Highlight key changes like cabinet refinishing, vintage decor additions, and color updates. Take viewers through a final walkthrough, emphasizing the cozy, nostalgic ambience now achieved. Pro tip: add a soft instrumental background and slow panning shots in the final reveal to enhance the nostalgic feel.